Welcome back to A Different Opinion. I hope you guys have had a good day. Today we have an interesting one. I'm not sure if you've actually heard of it yet, and it's Kaliningrad and Russia and Lithuania. So it includes all these countries. There's a blockade going on from Lithuania, stopping train, supplies coming through to Russia, and it's cement, steel, and things like that. And it's quite a massive shipment of things that they're actually stopping. So now, pretty much Russia on the other side is not very happy about it. But I'll jump into it. Also, if you have been enjoying the content, please leave a like, comment with your thoughts or your opinions as well, and also subscribe to see future videos. And show your friends videos, share it with them as well if it's interesting to you. But so it's from The Guardian. Why is Kaliningrad at the center of a row between Russia and Lithuania? Where is Kaliningrad? So the Russian oblast or region, which is smaller than Wales, is on the Baltic Sea, wedged between Lithuania. So yeah, it's pretty much, I'll quickly show you a picture on the map. So here's Kaliningrad. So pretty much after World War II, what happened was, obviously all these states and countries were made. And even after World War II, when, Russia tried to take back parts of it, that's why Poland's over here now. This actually used to be all Poland. But so now Poland's over here. Kaliningrad is literally just this little area here, which is part of Russia. There's Lithuania there, Latvia, Estonia, and then Belarus. So here's the train track that we're talking about. It goes through here, through there, straight into Moscow. So they're pretty much stopping supplies because of the EU's ban, should I rather put it. So, before the Second World War, Germany's most eastern large city, known as Konigsberg, reflecting its history of the coronation of the Prussian monarchy. At the end of July, early 1945, the Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, the British Prime Minister Churchill, and the US President Harry Truman drew up a new boundaries to Europe to summit of the war allies in the German city of Potsdam, which Potsdam means just like Potsdam, really. Konigsberg was ceded to the Soviet Union and subsequently renamed in honor of blah blah blah. I don't really care about this. History, however, has left the oblast stranded. The Soviet collapse means, they're pretty much just saying that this area, Kaliningrad, is, wedged and stuck between different countries. So what is the problem? After Putin's invasion of Ukraine, the EU imposed heavy sanctions on Russian economy. Just under half of all goods that usually transit through Lithuania, including coal, metals, and construction materials and advanced technology, are covered by a ban on Russian exports. There is a different enforcement date for many of the goods. On June 17th, the prohibition of Russian steel and iron ore came into force. So this is probably why Lithuania is stopping it. The Lithuania State Railway said they would no longer allow these goods to be carried on its tracks, which, at the end of the day, it is going through your country. It is your decision to choose, if someone can send things through your country, isn't it? It's your borders. You can stop it if you want to. So if it was Russia, maybe they need to go maybe the sea route, go from the sea up to there, through there. That's the only thing I can think of, really, because Poland ain't going to allow it, Lithuania going to allow it. And then we don't even know if Belarus would allow it either. So in response, the region's governor, Anton Alikhanov, said ferry services from St. Petersburg would take the strain and that it was no need to panic. That later panic and video footage emerged of shoppers frantically filling shopping trolleys at DIY stores. Russian Foreign Ministry accused Lithuania of breaking international law and a series of agreements on a facilitation of transit from mainland Russia. It has been agreed since 2004. The Kremlin has threatened to retaliate. All this follows Lithuania's decision to raise its security around the trains. A permanent helicopter presence above the tracks is planned. Kremlin has accused Lithuania of blockading its citizens. It's not blockading the citizens, really. Come on, let's be real. Lithuania's response: the government says it has been merely acted on European Commission guidelines. The country's foreign minister on Monday accused the Kremlin of misrepresenting the situation. The EU's High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Josep Borrell, told a press conference in Brussels that Lithuania was innocent, but added that officials would double-check all the relevant agreements. So yeah, recheck all that, but if they're part of the EU, which they are, and they're also part of NATO as well, Lithuania, so they can't allow these things through if they're really agreeing with the EU, can they? So we'll see what happens. Russia's just pretty much threatening every country left, right, and center. It's ridiculous. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't get any worse than what it is at the moment. Has that placated Moscow? No, the EU's ambassador to Russia was called in to reprimand on Tuesday. The bellicose language of retaliation from the Kremlin has gone up a gear. Moscow is blockading Ukrainian ports and creating a global food crisis that could kill millions. Russia Security Council chief Nikolai Patrushev said on Tuesday that there would be serious consequences for Lithuanians in the near future. The EU called for calm and diplomatic solution. I mean, hopefully it is a diplomatic solution, but I mean, at the end of the day, Russia was blockading these ports before, which has already created a lot of, shortages and everything. And I mean, this all started because of their invasion of Ukraine in the first place. In my opinion, even if we're getting goated into a war by the Americans or whoever's behind it, I mean, do your own research on it. And I know they've got a lot of long history, Ukraine and Russia, but I mean, you can't just full on invade a country and expect no repercussions. So, and then they get angry at the countries because they're actually doing something against them, which they should be happy about because they're not starting a full on hot war with them. I mean, and then you hear of this article here, I'll quickly bring it up. We've got this one here from the Sun.co.uk just from 4 days ago. So, only 4 days ago. Prepare for World War. UK Army must get ready to fight the Russians and win in potential World War III, says Britain's top general. General Sir Patrick Sanders, the new army commander, said that Vladimir Putin's bloodbath assault on Ukraine has rocketed the foundations of global security. I mean, it has created just so much instability in the market. You look at all the markets around the world, like, I mean, trading markets and things like that. It's just gone haywire. Like, everything is smashing down. Every country's pretty much going to go into a damn recession. I've been talking about this for a very long time that, it's not feasible having the massive inflation that we're having at the moment. Like, people can't afford a lot of things anymore. I mean, with not just fuel, etc. Like, it's also just your normal food. Food's through the roof. Everything has been, affected, and it's because of this Russian invasion. But obviously, before that, it doesn't help that, everyone that COVID hit as well. So it's just doubled up, really, in my opinion, and it's come at the worst time possible. And Russia thinks that they hold all this power, but at the end of the day, if everyone just kind of shuts them off, they're going to run out of pretty much everything that they need to survive as a country, like steel, all that type of stuff. He vowed to forge an army that can beat Russia in battle, and he warned brave British troops that they must now prepare to fight in Europe once again. In rousing first message to every serving soldier, he said that the world had changed since the Russian dictator had invaded Ukraine. General Sanders started in his new role last Monday, and his fourth day in the job wrote, "There is now a burning imperative to forge an army capable of fighting alongside our allies and defeating Russia in battle." General Sanders. Reminds me of Colonel Sanders. I mean, I would not mind a little bit of KFC right now, if I've got to be honest. But I'll jump onto this one here. So obviously, just to show you the map, pretty much that's the train line there, straight into Moscow that they're shutting down. And then just a little funny one, Russia blocks Windows 10 and 11 downloads. Russia users can reportedly no longer download Windows 10 and Windows 11 as the company continues to crack down on Western technology. Users who attempted to download ISOS and latest iterations of Windows were greeted with an error 404. Apparently, Russian users can still download the Windows 11 media creation tool. However, this generates another error, according to the website sources. If they're going to just keep shutting themselves, away from pretty much the best operating systems, etc. in the world, I mean, you can get by, but it's just not as easy to use. Be it all to them. It's, good on them if they want to be independent, but I mean, you're going to fall behind the rest of the world, and, their weapons are already, their normal soldiers' loadouts are much, much older than, let's say, for example, like an Australian Army one or American Army one. The different bullet sizes they even use, all that type of stuff. It's when you do a bit of research into it, you realize, the Russians are a little bit behind when it comes to technology, but they think for some reason just because they got rockets and things that they own the world. But I'll digress on that one. That's my opinion there for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do agree, disagree, any of your opinions, what do you think about Russia? What do you think is going to happen now that with this UK new general? And Kaliningrad as well, like, are they going to allow it open again? Not sure, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and also subscribe to see my future videos below, and also share the video if you want to share it with your friends. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I shall see you guys in the next one.